Welcome to Transformative Principal, where you learn how to be a leader and not just a manager of a to-do list. I am your host, Jethro Jones. You can find me on Twitter at Jethro Jones. Your to-do list is a hungry monster that is never satisfied. For the last year and a half, I've helped principals get awards, get promoted, and find the time to do the work that really matters. I recently opened a new mastermind slot. Schedule a call with me and let's overcome the stressed and isolated principal position together. Go to the show notes for this episode at transformativeprincipal.org and click Schedule a Call with Jethro. Transformative Principal, episode 207. Today we're talking with Mary Wegner. We're continuing our conversation with her from last week. We're going to talk about the League of Innovative Schools and what that consists of and how she does her process with that. So I hope you enjoy that. So I'd like to talk a little bit more about innovation. You are part of the League of Innovative Schools. Can you talk a little bit about what that process is and how you guys got involved with that?
Oh, it's a wonderful opportunity, and I encourage any district who might be so inclined to consider it. The League of Innovative Schools is about 86 last year, but it changes every year. We're just about to find out who our new members are. The school districts from around the nation who have been deemed innovative and forward-thinking in their approach to education to make sure that our students are ready and able to contribute in this connected world in which we live. And it's quite a rigorous application process, and it's not only is the school district living and doing things that embody innovation, and is there support for innovation at a district-wide level, but it's also professional learning for the superintendent. So is the superintendent somebody who can contribute to this national pool of thought leaders and innovators and being an active member in that organization, that group? So, for example, if I ever left Sitka, not only would Sitka need to apply again to be in the league with their new superintendent, but I would need to apply whatever district I was in. It is really that marriage of leadership with application, and that we all know, those of us who are leaders know that it's not one person ever, it's the whole system. And I really appreciate that the League honors that. So what we do is the League is an opportunity for us to advance our own initiatives that are innovative in nature. So we meet twice a year and we go to league member districts. And usually I see anywhere from 50 to 100 classrooms. I talk to teachers, I talk to students and principals, and parents are usually involved. It's usually a big event when you have, most people bring somebody with them. So when you have about 150 people descending on a district for 3 days, it tends to be an all hands on deck. But you get to see innovation firsthand, and then you have opportunities with your league colleagues to really take what you learn and then apply that and help improve your own initiatives in your district. So those are two face-to-face events, and then every month you self-select into different working groups. So, for example, we're in the Maker Learning, Sitka's in the Maker Learning group. We're also in the research group. We're also in the competency-based education group, and as well as some more, but I'll just stop there. And so then on a monthly basis, there's a small group of superintendents who are interested in that topic, doing work in that topic. And then we have just like an hour-long audio call where we then share and collaborate. So one example is in the competency-based education group, there may be 10 or 12 of us. And through our work, this is the third year we're in the league. So even in the time that I've been in the league, we decided that we really needed to have for other school districts a toolkit or some kind of guidance for them as they delve into the world of competency-based education. It's such a complex topic with so many different variables to it. So we came up with initially what we called a playbook, and it's now turned into a toolkit. And we have all kinds of resources for schools that through our league partnership, we're able to contribute to this tool that now is available for anybody in the world that is interested in competency-based education, and it helps them understand the different variables and how they can forward their own work in the area in order to make sure they have a successful implementation, and that we're here to help and to share our story with them in the process.
Well, that's really interesting, and I'm excited to learn more about that. What do people get when they find that toolkit?
It's a website right now, so you could, there are 5 main areas associated with competency-based education, like assessment and curriculum, community involvement, daily structure, things like that. And then under each of those main areas, we have a number of delimiters that are specific to that. So like it might be, how do you ensure individuality if you're doing things as a group? Like what's the balance in competency-based education between group work and individual work, and how does that work? And so then each of us as a district, so you can learn about the different domains to think about, but then each of us as a district, and I think there are 8 districts that contributed to the toolkit, with Sitka being one of them, we share our example of how we're doing that specific element, and are available for people if they want to contact us.
Well, that is very cool. There's so much that you need to do as a superintendent. How did you narrow down and focus on these things that are your initiatives?
Well, I listened to what was happening in the district. The competency-based education is something that our alternative high school, called Pacific High School, has been really wrestling with for a good long time, I would say close to a decade, but they hadn't been as intentional about it as they had been in the last couple of years. They really started to want to do their competency-based education model with intention and deliberation, and really have a full model versus a little toe dip here that kind of is competency-based and a little there. And competency-based education is really around empowering student voice and agency, and students really owning their education. And so when they got really into it, I knew that as superintendent, I needed to really get into it in order to be able to provide them the support that they needed. So that's why I picked that group, because I knew that we had that need. So it's always based on what the conversations we're having, and then how do I leverage this opportunity of amazing colleagues and the thoughts and the lessons that are learned from implementation. How do I leverage that to help us move forward? So instead of us kind of figuring it out trial by error, I'm able to go to experts and provide real true guidance and direction and support for the various initiatives. And I tell you, I have a doctorate, I have my superintendent endorsement, and I've had some great learning, professional development, professional learning experiences that certainly helped me be effective in my job. But some of the best professional learning I've had about how to be truly the best superintendent I can be comes from the relationships that I've developed with these amazing colleagues through the league.
Yeah, and that is something that I've talked about for a long time. I run a mastermind for principals, and we meet weekly and do, similar type things. And that relationship that you build with people over time is really where the power is. It just becomes so incredible, the growth that you see in yourself and the growth you see in others when you go back again and again to be held accountable for doing the things that you say you're going to do. And, no amount of money is going to encourage people to do better at that stuff, but having those relationships, that makes you want to fulfill the things that you say you're going to do, and to be excited to come back and share your successes, and also excited to come back and share your failures, because they're going to support you and they're going to help you through that. And so, that's where the mastermind really helps principals see how they can figure things out that, seem like impossible challenges, but really take them to a level that they couldn't really explain other before. But once they do it, like you said, like a doctorate and all these other education type things have really helped. But having a project-based focused system is just incredible, and how it teaches you things that you didn't know you even needed to learn, right?
So true, Jethro. So as I see a real parallel between the relationships and the collaboration and the growth mindset amongst the league members and your mastermind as what I'm trying to do with teachers. So we're all in this together. We all care about kids. We all want our students to have every opportunity. We all want to contribute. If not, we wouldn't be in education, I'm guessing. So how do we do that? And how do we do that consciously and contribute in really meaningful ways and support ourselves in the process?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's easy to lose sight when school starts and things are going a mile a minute and you don't have time to focus on all these other things. So finding a way to schedule that time in for you to move forward in a vision and a plan is really very important. So, making sure that you're setting aside the time to do something that is deep work, that is meaningful, that is pushing you forward is just vital to, I think, to staying engaged in the work. If it's just the day-to-day putting out fires, we're always going to be burnt out and tired and exhausted. But this other kind of work really invigorates us to go to the next level and do even better.
Yeah, and it becomes that point at which the teachers really know that I'm not out to get them. I'm out to help support them. And I want to learn from them. So I view the job as a superintendent or perhaps any leader at any level in the school system, that you have to be an excellent talent scout. So when I'm out there and I'm interacting and learning from the teachers and the students, I'm learning what are those unique contributions that each teacher has. What's their passion? What are they contributing that is unique or new? And then I want to give them a microphone. I want to amplify their voice and their message. And, oh, you're into Minecraft. Great. How can I help you with that? What systems do we need? And then it's kind of interesting because when I'm coming in to learn about the curriculum, the principals know what I'm doing, and I'm not in any way usurping their authority. I'm just learning. I'm there to learn. But it's interesting that it actually helps the whole of the relationship of support for the teachers, because the principals are all part of then any initiative that comes out of what I learn. And they all want to help each teacher grow and learn and be the best that they can be for their students. So it's not only the teachers and the district office, but it's the whole system that's impacted. And my experience is in a positive way.
Yeah, absolutely. In a positive way. Well, Mary, I feel like we could keep talking for hours, but I want to respect your time and recognize you don't have a secretary, so I want to help you out. And let's go ahead and move to my final question, which is, what is one thing a leader can do this week to be a transformative leader like you?
I think listen. You, as a superintendent, you're always asked to make decisions, and you have to make decisions, and some of them are very difficult decisions that you have to make, and you don't always have all the information. You always get thrown the big crisis that come up to the district office level, or to whatever level you're at. But if you just take the time to listen to what the needs are and put your systems in place so that things are really working well and there's good agreement and alignment in what you're all trying to accomplish, then the times that you have crises are very minimized, as you've already mentioned, Jethro. But you get there by first listening.
Yeah, that's powerful. It's so important. Thank you, Mary, so much. How do people connect with you and learn more about what you're doing?
I'm on Twitter, Mary Wegner Sitka, Wegner, and I'd love to learn from you on Twitter too. You can also go to sitkaschools.org and see some of the work that we're doing in the district. And I also have my own personal webpage, marywegner.com, if you're interested in learning more about me specifically.
Cool. Well, thank you again so much for being part of Transformative Principal.
Thank you, Jethro.
That was a great interview with Mary Wegner, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciated her idea of you must be an excellent talent scout. So I hope that's something you can take with you and start finding the good people that you need to work with you. And have a wonderful day, and also Merry Christmas. Transformative Principal is a proud member of the Education Podcast Network. Podcasts for educators by educators. Visit edupodcastnetwork.com for more great podcasts.